The RV Show USA is brought to you by Rockwood, building better RVs, making smarter RVers.
The Wingman's back on the radio again, and streaming live to his RV and friends, helping you to learn so you won't get burned. He's back on the radio again.
And hello again, everybody. Alan Warren here, the RV Wingman. Thank you for being with us. This is the most listened to, the most talked about show on radio and social media about the RV lifestyle, because you know what? We tell you the good, the sometimes not so good, and the occasional downright ugly parts of RVing. So welcome to the show. I want to invite you to join us for our weekly live streams where we have a lot of fun with all kinds of folks, and we also give a lot of prizes away every single week. We do our live streams on Wednesday nights. If you'd like to be notified when we go live, follow us on social media, both on Facebook and on YouTube. Just type in the search bar, RV Wingman. That's me. So coming up today, we'll have Melissa Hoover with us. She's with the Rockwood Division of Forest River. Melissa is a customer service representative, which is a very important job for sure. Now, I'm going to ask Melissa about expectations and what kind of expectations are realistic from the consumer's point of view, and maybe what's the worst part of her job. That should be interesting to hear, I think, from a customer service rep. And if you have any tire questions at all about RVs, we have the foremost authority on RV tires scheduled. His name is Roger Marble, and I'm going to ask Roger, I guess, something about many RVers on social media are talking about something called China bombs. Yeah, China bombs. He's a smart dude when it comes to RV tires, all kinds of tires. I want to begin, though, with a little observation. Now, I admit that I could be way off base, but I don't think so. It's about hearing and listening. You know, there is a difference. They say a lot of people listen to the show, and I hope that's true, but I think it's more accurate to say that a lot of people hear this show. Not nearly as many people actually listen to it. You see, right now, you're probably hearing all kinds of things that you're probably not listening to. They're just sounds, noises, conversations that are going on, but you're really not paying any attention to them. The sound of your air conditioner, for example, blowing right now, or the sound of the wind blowing outside, or the sounds of people in the campground or the restaurant. You're hearing them, but they're just kind of a blur, aren't they? You're not really listening. It's funny how we hear, but we don't actually listen until something kind of triggers in our brains, and then we listen, and until then, I guess we are just plain, we're just hearing. As an example, we receive voicemails and emails on a regular basis. People saying that they catch every single show. They wish that we would talk about RV maintenance or RV roofs or buying and selling tips because they just had an issue. And we talked about their issue right after they needed to know about it, and it was too late. Well, the honest truth is that we've talked about so many things before, and people heard them. They just weren't listening till it was too late. My hope, our hope, is that we can actually connect with more RVers, more soon-to-be RVers, so that when you're presented with a situation, you know how to handle it, and you're much better prepared. So that's your little, I guess, wingman-ism, if you will, about hearing versus listening. So if you're a fan of the Family Motor Coach Association, did you read in RVtravel.com about how they are hemorrhaging financially? Yeah, it's sad. It's bad, too, really bad. FMCA is a nonprofit that was formed back in 1963, a long time ago, and at one time, I guess it was a 400-pound gorilla. It really was, but technology changed. The way RVers got their information changed. Newer, younger groups like escapees were formed. Meanwhile, the average age of the FMCA member was creeping up, and today the average age is a spry young 70 years old. And it ain't easy, as they say, to grow an organization when the average age is 70 and getting older. If you'd like to read the whole story on FMCA, you'll find it in last weekend's edition of RVtravel.com. Like I said, it's sad, and I hope that they are able to somehow, some way, turn things around. All right, by the way, if you don't yet get RV Travel in your inbox, it's the best deal going on the best free newsletter on RVs and the RV lifestyle available today. You can subscribe for free right now. Just go to rvtravel.com/radio. Simple. As you probably know, I like to use this first segment to sometimes do a little monologue, share some thoughts in hopes that they might help you. So for a couple of minutes, I want to talk with you about excitement, but decisions, bad decisions too, and the importance of balance when buying an RV. Remember how excited you probably were at the holidays when you were a kid, your family getting together, the food and stories and football and playing with cousins and hugging your grandparents and aunts and uncles? For most of us, those thoughts bring back some really great memories. What if you could have those same kind of feelings about something today, that same kind of excitement, that same kind of thing that you'd be thinking about all the time? For so many people, that feeling of excitement is alive and well. Yes, it is when they experience camping and RVing. Now, maybe it's because you remember back when you were a kid to a simpler time, doing simple things with people you loved, with people that loved you. I think it's one of the reasons that campers and RVers, at least so many of them, are lifelong campers and RVers. It's like they get their fix. They recharge their internal batteries. When they go back home, they're more productive, they're more creative, in a better mood, they're more proactive. They just feel better about themselves, I think, and the whole world around them. And all that's great, it is, but you know there has to be a message here, right? Yes, there is. When you are excited, when you are emotional, you are prone to making some really bad decisions that you will probably regret in the future. Whether it's something good or something bad, when you act out of emotion, there's a good chance that you're making a mistake. Now, you may be saying, hey, Wingman, so what's the big deal? Where are you going with this? Well, let me tell you. Every time you turn on the TV, every single commercial you see, somebody's trying to get their hand in your pocket. Yes, they are, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I guess I can understand that.
They'll use scenes that trigger emotional responses to get you to buy that sexy-looking car, or ask your doctor about the pills you just saw, or maybe pick up the phone and call now to get the best night's sleep you ever had. Most of the time, those decisions, even if they're wrong, they don't really hurt you. But when you make emotional decisions about buying an RV, you could very well regret it for 12, 15, in some cases, maybe 20 years. RVs are cool. They are. I've always thought that from the time I was a little kid and climbed in my first pickup truck camper. I said, you know what? This is for me. I still love RVs. I've seen 1,000 of them, thousands of them. But for somebody looking to buy one, it can be so exciting. And you know, I'm telling you the truth. Thinking about where you're going to go, who you're going to go with, what you're going to do. You know what? That salesman is loving it too. Yes, they are. And why shouldn't he? It's like offering a bowl of ice cream to a kid, knowing they can't resist. Now, I know some people are going to think that I'm being negative. I want your buying experience to be strictly logical, strictly rational. And that is absolutely not the case, I promise. I just want you to be happy, not just the day you buy your RV and for the first 6 months, but for as long as you own your RV. If possible, and I admit it's not going to be easy, you and your spouse need to kind of make a pact before going in to buy the RV at the dealer. Almost like having a designated driver when you go out drinking, where one of you tries to balance out the emotions, and that you will certainly experience those emotions, because buying an RV is exciting. It is. If you're both too pragmatic, you probably will never find the RV that's right for you. That's right. If you're both too excited, you'll probably buy an RV that is right for you maybe today, but not for the long run. Balance, folks, and trying to keep those things in balance. You are going to hopefully be an RVer for life, and you do not want to start out by burying yourself financially in an RV that may not be right for you. That's why for so many first-time RVers, a used RV is a really good choice. If you like it, great. You can always sell it, get a new one. If you don't like it, you can sell it and not lose all that depreciation. I spend a lot of time talking with dealers, and the good ones, the really good ones, want you to be balanced when you make your buying decision. They do. They know that when the honeymoon's over and your RV isn't quite as exciting as it once was when you left the dealer with it, that if you regret your decision, you'll likely not buy another RV from that dealer. So a good dealer wants you to make a rational, logical decision. And yes, they want you to be excited too, because there's a lot to be excited about. Balance, folks. It's all about keeping things in balance and in perspective. Let's see, I see a note here that says we got a bunch of books to give away of the, where is it? Right over here. And of the RV Buyer's Handbook. I interviewed the author of this book recently. He gave us plenty to give away, but the only way you can win one is in our live stream. Yeah. So to get those notifications, just go to Facebook or YouTube, and in the search bar, what do you type in? RV Wingman. That's what you type in. That way you can subscribe, you can like our Facebook page, and you can join us for our live streams. Up next, hey, what's the worst part of being a customer service rep in the RV industry, huh? We're going to find out. And remember, it's all about RV tires with Roger Marble at the bottom of the hour. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, back right after this.